Hey everyone, Aaron here. I wanted to talk to you all today about the latest move by the Quebec government to effectively criminalize, through the application of financial penalties, unvaccinated Canadians and what that means for our democracy. First, let me start off by saying you can be vaccinated and support vaccines as I do while still opposing the totalitarian imposition of them onto your fellow citizens. And I think it's important we think critically about the precedent this would set for our society, a new standard where the government could, in effect, force, impose, or otherwise coerce individuals to receive an injection or other medical treatment against their will. Now, if you think the vaccine is perfectly safe and an effective tool to fight back against COVID-19, you may think to yourself the imposition is thus justified. But you have to imagine the alternative. If you were in a situation where you felt uncomfortable with a prescribed medical treatment or other bodily intrusion, do you believe the government should have the right to force it upon you against your will? And what makes this situation even stranger is the strongest possible argument for the imposition of mandatory vaccination no longer even exists, as the vaccine clearly has no impact on who can contract and spread the disease for the current Omicron variant. That is indisputable science. So instead, the politicians pushing these policies have now resorted to the argument that compelled vaccination must be undertaken because those who are unvaccinated are disproportionately using finite healthcare resources. The problem is you can make that exact same contention for probably half the population in the hospital at any given time, whether it's because they're obese, smokers, addicts, or just more likely to be injured because they play competitive sports. And in any case, every single expert fully expects COVID cases and hospitalizations to precipitously decline in the coming weeks, as they did in South Africa and as they are currently doing in the UK, well before any vaccine mandate could ever come into force. Which of course begs the question, what is this all for and where does it end? Well, apparently no time soon, as the government of Quebec has also announced their vaccine passport, which is required to do pretty much everything, will soon require the third booster shot as well, even though there is significant medical debate on whether all Canadians should actually receive it. Look, we cannot continue to infringe on the rights of our fellow citizens in perpetuity, continue to ignore our Constitution and Charter of Rights and Freedoms. At least we can't if we want to remain a healthy democracy. And yet, that is exactly what the government of Quebec is proposing that we do.